Yeah, I'm back up in this filth hole. Hopefully I can start getting this rock face uncovered in here, like that swings around, it has them carvings on it, because I'll make this a flat, and then we'll see if there's other stone carvings on this rock. The rock was originally here. This is the trash dumped on the rock face, where the old road used to be. So it's hard to tell after, and the old road's older than most of this trash. So hopefully I can see what's on the rock wall down here, because I think there's all kinds of carvings on it. I think this was a little stop. It's a shame all this stuff's dumped on it, because I think it would be like a great place to metal detect, and thank God. My mom just bought me these gloves, and I thought I lost one. I've been looking for it all morning. Look, I got a different one on. I have another pair of gloves, but I accidentally left them. And look at all just the nice stuff laying here. I better just put that in the bag. These clear Atlas strong-shouldered masons are the best jars for the marbles and stuff like that, because the marbles look horrible in blue ball masons. You need clear ones, and these are perfect size, and they're nice embossing. You know, I don't know, I have so many of these, I could sell them for a few dollars a piece and pay my bills for months. It's just, but I'd say these are worth like $5-6 at the flea market with a new cap on them, and it's with something in them. Who knows how much you could get depending on what it is. But I'm gonna get prepared here, probably chug that NOS energy drink, and we're gonna get to her later. I just got here. This was laying right in there in them bottles. I saw it in real time fall out of the ceiling. Oh, fix. This is I picked it up and kind of glanced. Oh, Dame Maker. Oh man. This is like a accurate, or something. Oh, this is nice. Let me get it wiped off. It sure looks like a handmade marble to me. It's slightly out around. It's kind of egg-shaped, and it's not melted. Oh, it's just, look at that. And it's like Coke bottle green glass with like, oh man, that's beautiful. I don't know how much of that you can see. It's kind of dark today, but this thing is just amazing. It's amazing. Later. Big marble. It might be just a cat eye, but who knows. Let me see if I can get back in there and get it. Yeah, it's just a blue cat eye, and it's got some dings on it, but I'll take it later. See, like that cap right there, Mr. Mustard? That's probably worth a couple bucks. Somebody would probably buy that because they need it for the jar. I take all that kind of stuff. I have boxes full of stuff like that. Later, after I found that marble, you can see I've taken this was up into here. I've shoveled it off, and I'm getting down into where I'm not right down to where I need to be yet, but I got a cork bottle. It's embossed. I found this before on this dump. This one's perfect. Look at that root growing in it. Look at that. It's a McCormick bottle, like McCormick spices, like salt and pepper and stuff, Baltimore, Maryland. But it's perfect, and it's a nice little cork. You know, a few dollar bottle, but the condition's gonna just be premium. It's way back in under the side of this hill. You know, if that would have had a paper label on it, chances are a little bit of it would have been on there. The grounds were real wet, and you can see the stuff I'm raking out is dry. That's why that prescription bottle was perfect. Later. Right there's a marble. I didn't even see him initially. And look, another one of them huge blue bottles plus a marble. This is ridiculous. How many of these blue bottles, this huge, I'm finding, all different shapes and sizes, down to this big on this dump. Let's check out this marble. Gotta take that. Oh, this is another nice marble. See what I mean on this dump? This marble right here is better than almost all the ones I found last week on that other dump. I think these are acrays. Oh, yeah, look, I gotta shovel that out. But look at that beautiful clear base. It's like that ruby one I found the other day, and that lime green patch on it. Wow, that's nice. They're beautiful, and the condition's awesome. That don't have any flea bites or nothing, it don't look like, and all of them stains will come off. It's just rust. All right, I hope I can get a bunch of nice ones today. Later. I probably got a day maker here. See right there? I just raked that out back. Look at all these bottles back in here. That looks like another big old embossed. It's broke, yep. This is an old medical bottle that's aqua in its cork. It's probably that Nervine stuff. Dr. Miles, Laboratories Incorporated. I have this bottle, but this one's way more aqua than the other one I have. Look at the aqua on that. I love these kind of bottles. I love them. And that's not a crack, it's just roots and stuff. And that's just worming from like water in it. This bottle's perfect. It's a premium. Look at it. Oh, and it's aqua. I'm happy just to find that. I love bottles of that age. Well, if this isn't broke, it's another day maker, and it's only been 10 minutes, but you can see I've had to remove, I'm under a side of a tree and it's loaded back in here, but I got a lot of reeds to cut out and stuff. But this is an old Art Deco soda bottle that looks absolutely perfect. It's got an H embossed on the bottom. Oh man, it looks good. Let me get up out of here and let's wipe this one off. Another one for my collection, and this is 30s or 1920s. Oh man, this looks cool. Oh, it's Wheeling. It says Wheeling, West Virginia, right across the slug plate, and it says Hartman, Hartman. And look at that bottle. All right, it says Hartman big bottle, 8 fluid ounces, and it's got some like calcium deposits on it, but that's very cool. It might have a few flea bakes on it, but I've never seen this soda ever. So that's just a service to people that look for stuff like this, just finding that and showing it on the channel. That's why I do this. That's awesome. A couple nice bottles. I got this too, didn't even show it because I've found them before. It's all embossed. Heberling, Bloomington, Illinois. It's huge. I just got a big blue bottle. It's probably a Phillips milk of magnesia, but it looks embossed. Oh, it is. There we go, folks. You know, $4 or $5 bottle every time you find them, and these are just, oh, they're nice condition. I feel comfortable with what I found already, just for the day. Like, I'm not getting skunked. That's, look, there's cork prescription bottles. There's a Stratford Spring spray on label. Old beers. Look at that Pittsburgh Brewing Company. I think it's Fort Pitt beer label still on it. There's broken Crocs in here. I'll have a chance at anything, but you can see I'm gonna have to cut some stuff out and do some shoveling off later. This looks good. Oh my, look at that. Look at this little picture. Oh, it's all ornate. This is beautiful. It's like a little cream pitcher. Oh, and it's just perfect. Man, that's a nice find. That's great looking. Look at that. Later, folks. Look here. Man, that's a nice bottle. Look at how dark blue that is. Perfect. Wow. It's just, man. Later. And that's a pretty nice kind of lavender glass bottle topper. Look at that. That's nice. That'll look nice in one of my whiskey bottles or something. Nice find. Look what I just raked out. Look at this unique flask from like the 30s. What the heck? Golden Wedding. What the heck? It's got a big embossed bell on it. It says since 1856. A big embossed bell, Golden Wedding. And it's all embossed on the sides with like designs. That's kind of cool. I don't see any, I can't tell on the date on this one, but that's old, you know, it's 70 or 80 years old. We're taking that. I've not seen it. Pulling that stuff up, I'm shoveling it right here, then raking through it, then throwing it over the hill, shoveling it again. That's how I'm finding the marbles. If you're just shoveling it off, you're not finding them. You're missing them. And I think this is another acro. Look at that. Let me spit on it. Wipe it here. It's got rusting, you know. Oh, it's got other colors in that. Look at that beautiful milky patch. with, oh, and then you turn it over and it's that clear wisp. I think these are accurates. I'll have to look at a book, but I'm pretty sure. I'm always hunting. I got marble books, but haven't looked at them for a while. Just one time when I got them, my dad's into it more. But I've got a good many nice marbles now, 5 or 6 later. Imagine this bottle as big as it is. Look at it. Jeez. With just full embossing on this plate. Even though it is screw top, I'm taking that. That's just huge. Imagine that with marbles in it. Man. That just adds a bunch of value to a bunch of average marbles. Right. 4 prescriptions, MUSE drugstore, New Martinsville, West Virginia, and I'd say that other one, that Rouse, is New Martinsville too, probably competing drugstores. This one is going to be able to be saved, and this is just like a day maker. None of these are hardly available. They all got dumped and all the ACL's gone, and look at that. The full town's name's there, and I showed you in this video before I come up here cleaning up that one I found in my last hunt. Now I got a different one. I have that bottle with that ACL on it from another dump, but I don't have that exact size, so that is a victory. I'm happy for the day now. These unique blue bottles. That one has designs on the sides, and I mean, look at all of them up there. Man, that stinks. That made in occupied Japan, a little after World War II. It's a little like pitcher or something for creamer or something. That's a shame. I'll let you get in on this, see if there's any excitement here. I saw this roll out. I haven't found a nice beer today, and this looks like the right size for an old embossed one. Might not be. It might be one of them slicks. Oh, it's embossed. We did her. I'd like to find Pittsburgh Independent Brewing Company of Pittsburgh, and this is pre-prohibition, and it's perfect. And there's bubbles in the glass. All right now. Independent Brewing Company of Pittsburgh, solid old bottle. And you can see it's just going to be premium condition. There's no case wear, there's no nothing. It's just going to look as good as it could be. Hopefully we can get some more of that. That cake's real green, real perfect, real clean. Sistersville, West Virginia, from around World War II. That'll clean up to look brand new. Look at this pile of bottles. This is just insane. Insane. Lots of stuff I haven't shown, just piles of them. Art Deco sodas, milk glass, prescription bottles, cokes. The best stuff's over in the bag. I gotta load it up. But there's just every rake's just like bottles. That's a unique looking thing. Look at that. Well, anyway, I'll get back when I see something. Let's see a nice marble back in here. I saw it flash and it looks good. Just hold on. Oh, look at that little bottle. Take that maybe. But I'm gonna have to reach in here and get this. Drinking in front of the camera. Right there. Oh, look at all them bottles. Oh, when I've cut these rates out next time I come in here. Oh, that is rough on an old man. Oh, look, folks. Day maker, folks. All right, let me get this cleaned off. This is a beautiful marble. Later. Oh my, look at this marble. Look at these tight lines. And it's like, pop bottle blue glass with bubbles all through it. It's just a beauty. Oh, that's a day maker. Indeed. Later, folks. It's the first nice jar in a while, and that's just perfect. And look how clean it is. I just raked it out back in there. I'm half buried here. See, there's crocks, and there's just a broken crock right there in front of me. Just all kinds of stuff. Look at this pile of stuff. Starting to get darker. It gets darker early. I'm gonna see what time it is and get out of here probably. Do a little bit more. I'm finding broken milks, and I was trying to find another milk. Later. I found 2 or 3 of these back in here, and none of them had the Coca-Cola bottling works on them. And they say Sistersville here, this is a $20+ bottle every time I find it, and it's busted. Later. Oh, Mason. It just came out. You're gonna see it as I do. I got a nice one. All right, number 8. how nice they are. Man, look at this pile of stuff. I've been ready to go for like an hour and a half. You know, I've been finding stuff like these jars and stuff, and you know, there's just lots of stuff that's saleable at like a flea market. But I got so much of it, like I just can't take all of it, and most of it I don't even want. But I got to get it out of here. But this is a soda, and it's aqua, and it's like, looks like a 6-ounce size, and I can see embossing on it from right here. And there's all kinds of stuff back in there, but I'm having trouble digging because of these roots. I was like, let's see if it's, oh, and it's all embossed. Oh, right. This is an old soda, all embossed up on the bottom. It's a soda or some kind of syrup. Let's see. Oh man, folks, blessed today. Got some nice stuff, and I got that other golden, what the heck is this? Golden Tree, trademark, pure syrup. Golden Tree pure syrup, aqua crown top bottle. That's actually absolutely perfect. Let me wipe the bottom off here. This is a nice bottle. The blue is just beautiful. It says New England Maple Syrup Company, Boston. Man, I've never seen maple syrup in a crown top. Golden Tree pure syrup. I'd say IGA is a grocery store. There used to be IGA grocery stores around here. I'm going to take that. That place is out of business, I'm pretty sure. That's kind of cool. Later. Well, here's another Ohio bottle. Shampoo soap. The Standard Oil Company of Ohio, with a woman from like the 30s on it. Ohio liquid shampoo. 40% vegetable oil shampoo, and it's for your hair. Ohio Standard Oil Company made shampoo. I'll have to take that later. One of these for a while. There's a little piece of stoneware, little jug. That's nice. Found these before, but I love them. They're beautiful. Some kind of champagne or wine, and look at that. It's just a federal law, but look at the bottom. It says what it is up in there. I'll probably end up taking that. These blue colored bottles like that that are older are desirable. They just are. It's not worth a lot, but it's worth enough to carry out of here in one of the next trips. I don't know if I'll be able to get it today, but I'm still finding stuff later. Yeah, I just got this. It was folded over, but it's got enough rot. 1949 Ohio, yellow and black. Daggone it. Would have been nice. Alright, here's a blob top. And right here's that was probably in it. I'd say this was right off this bottle. And it's one of them magnesia, but man, this is an old one. Citrate of magnesia, but it's a blob. And I got the stopper for it. See, this is the layers now I'm down into. You can see what I'm doing. I've got a huge hole dug today. The blob tops and stuff, and Hutch sodas and all of that will be down in here. That bottle's perfect. That's kind of nice. You know, it's common, but it's worth $6 or $7, I would guess, with that topper and a new copper wire bent through it. Later. Second day in a row. QE Whiteman, New Martinsville, West Virginia. All right, 6.5 ounce. This has to be extremely rare. New Martinsville's real small, and I've never seen this bottle before. Now I got 2 of them. Finding cool stuff. Right here's another Giraffe Aqua Tonsilline bottle. And I mean, well, it's starting to rain. I didn't even notice. I was back in that hole. I don't have to load this stuff up. Man, I got a bunch of stuff. Here's another one of them like 14-sided sodas. There's just so much stuff here, it's ridiculous. Look at this. Oh, doing all right. Nothing spectacular, but some of the stuff's pretty nice. You know, no crock or no big gold coin or nothing, but still valuable stuff. About a bummer. Big quart milk, nothing on it. Not even on the bottom. Stinking slick. That would have been a day maker. I'm getting rained on. I'm not going to stay a whole lot longer. I'm going to have to even look what time it is. I don't even have a clue. If it's close to dark or 1 o'clock, no idea. Later. I don't have many of this one, and this is a High Valley channel, so I'm showing it. Steubenville, Ohio, just like I found the milk the other day. The big baby head one. Take it. You can see I just got piles of bottles. There's all kinds of stuff back in here. I'm starting to get my holes cleaned out to where the digging's much easier. This is cool. It's like probably 8-sided there. McCormick and Company's Green Seal mustard dressing. And that's old. That's probably from like 1920. It's an early screw top. I'm taking it. I just found that other McCormick bottle today too, so that's 2 of them different today. All right, I'm a filthy boy today. Woo! Let me tell you something. I'm whipped too, but man, this is worth it. And look at, man, I'm up there. I need to be down here. I'm finding older bottles right in there, and I need to be feet deeper in there. There's just bottles everywhere. There's so many Cokes in here. There's so many of these different Cokes and stuff that, and man, got this cool pitcher, balls. Look at all these blue bottles, whiskeys. Some of the stuff's cool. Like some of them sodas are very cool. That Wheeling one there is awesome. Man. And this syrup bottle's cool. I'm gonna have to wrap that up. Most of this stuff won't break, but I'm gonna pack this stuff up and I'm gonna go home. Look at all the ink wells and stuff. There's just stuff everywhere. Later. Man, it's a good thing I'm warm from digging, because I'm starting to get soaked clear to the skin. Man, this is a cold rain, and I'd say it's about 35 degrees. I'm getting out of here before I'm soaked to the bone. Got some pretty nice stuff. I like this. I was looking at this beer bottle here. This thing's just amazing condition. It's nice. Later. Well, I just got a glimpse of this old boy up there farther. And it's some kind of wild coyote mixed with a dog, and it's massive. It's a lot bigger than what it looks right there. It's some big black man. I'm glad I didn't, he always stays away from me. But that thing was big. Was real big. Look at the claws on him. I don't know, he was big. You know, coyotes are usually scrawny and stuff. This thing was this, I see his tracks down here every few days that I come. Man, later. All right, you see how these beaches, these usually have a little bit of gravel and wash on them. But we've been getting an east or a west blowing wind, and it, not a real hard one, and it sanded it in. Plus that little bit of rain we got pushed some of this sand down on top of this stuff. But down around the corner, I can tell you the way the waves were hitting the shore at an angle instead of straight on, it's gonna look way better than this. There's a little wash here, but not like there should be. A little bit. See, there's a flake of black flint right there. There's another flake, but they're just tiny ones. It's like it didn't wash it hard enough to expose hardly anything. So I'm gonna get down around the corner and look down there on that stretch, and there should be a better wash. So I'll get back and show you that later. Look at that. That stuff's called conglomerate. It's all kinds of little pebbles like cemented together. Little pieces of, look at all that quartz, and lots of quartz in it. Huh. Wonder if there'd be gold powder and stuff like that. Should look at it under a microscope. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that. That was a cool rock. Later. See what I mean down here on this lower end? Look at this strip of gravel in the water. I hope I see a big point, but I hope it's on the shore so I don't have to stick my hands in this water. It's like 20 degrees this morning. I'm down farther from my kayak. I went north, but down, man, this is what you want to see. Look at this gravel exposed and washed. It's in, you know, 6 inches of water, but you can see right to the bottom, and it's all just laying here, and it's everything that's come out of a 15-foot high bank and got sluiced down like a slant right onto the flat. and it's just all fanned out. This has been looked a lot, but it doesn't mean I'm not gonna find something. I find stuff here, not on a real regular basis, but pretty consistently. And I'm finding little tiny flakes, and I would have picked all of them up and took them with me. So I will get back if I see anything. I just wanted to show you. This looks great. Looks great. I got something here right in front of me. It looks broke. I've kind of looked at it. Look right there. Huh. I was looking at it. I can't tell. It looks like maybe this is the base and it's a broken E-notch. That's what it looks like. What do you think? I can't tell, but it looks broke. It looks like it's just but man, look at that material, folks. Look at that. Man, that's definitely Flint Ridge. It looks like candy laying there. I'm surprised if we were under like a tree with more colorful leaves, I would have probably not even seen this. But let's go for it. Huh. What the heck? Oh, it's a blunt. Here, let me make sure I got my glove. It's a blunt. Oh, and it's broke. It's a blunt, and it's an oh, folks. Oh, this is a heartbreaker. Oh no. Let me get down here and dip this in the water. This stinks. This is broke. If it was a little nicer, it'd be worthy of restoring. Because this is an E-notch. Thieves blunt. Oh, and they're never made out of stuff like this. Oh, it's just, oh, folks, that's just a piece of candy, just jewel grade material. Oh, you can see here it would have had another right here, and it's nicked down through here. Oh, I would have liked to have that. The material definitely makes it. That's like pink ice Flint Ridge. That would have been a beautiful little tool. It's still nice fun, and it didn't get me wrong. And look, it's not break up in here. That's all worked. It's like a thumb scraper that was hafted into a little handle and used for like scraping hides and maybe woodworking, like a chisel. This was made off a Thieves knife that would have been hafted into a wood or bone handle, and you know it would have come up like this and had bevels on each edge from the resharpening. But this is one that was used, and then maybe the tip was broke and they turned it into this tool on that little handle. So this piece was once a knife, and now it's kind of a knife, but it's more of a different type of a knife, like a tool. This piece had what will I want to say, like a long lifespan in use. An Indian had this right with him for a good while and did work with it. It's a personal piece. That's a nice find. It's just a shame it's broke. I'm not sifting today, my back's hurting. I'd find more stuff. Last few times out, I've just been surface hunting. All right, you saw where this point was found too. I need to tell you this. That's where all of them are coming from. The river here where I'm at's much higher than it was in Indian times because of the dams that were put in like the late 40s, early 50s. Where I'm walking right now, there would have been 15 foot of earth on it in Indian times. This was a knob right by the river. It's cut in half. That's the middle of the knob, and all the stuff's eroding out of it. So just consider the best field you've ever looked. The knob in the middle of the field, cut in half, and every winter water eroding it, and you get to go look at it. No plow damage, nothing. That's the principle here. That's why them serrated points are just insanely perfect and nice. Nothing ever touched them. And look at the soil. Gets gravelly down here, and that's what I talk about. You'll find a few every once in a while in this gravel, but the waves destroy them. Why I sift is I can get them when they come right out of the bank and lay right up here before the wave action gets them. And I sift this layer of stuff on this sand. When they come out of the bank, a high water, boom, points are down. I try to find them. That's the principle too. Later. Well, that's all I found. I walked all of this. I'd say over about an hour and 15-minute period, and I don't see nothing else. I only found like 8 flakes of flint. That rain we got, it just wasn't hard enough, and the water's not moved more than a foot in weeks. Later. You can see all that steam rising off the water. It's because the water's warmer than the air. It's not fog, like normal fog. It's just like steam, kind of. It's freezing today. If I wouldn't have found that blunt, even though it's breaking, I'd have been feeling pretty crummy about coming out here. My right hand is just, I'm gonna get home, take a hot bath and stuff, and I'll see you back. I'll get back with you when I'm in the dump, folks. Get back in that hole I was in my last video. Later, folks. Alright, I wanted to show you this real quick. This is how I clean these ACL bottles. Avon Scent Skin Say Soft. Spray a little bit down. Use Q-tips, and you also want to use toothpicks because there'll be little pieces of dirt. You don't want to put this much. You want to just be very careful. You can touch this with it, but it's almost like you're working on a fossil, like in a museum. Just, you can see how nice. This is all clean down in here. All around it, you can get real good with this. Then you can take it away with the dry end. All of this will come clean, and this is, I would say this is a New Martinsville, West Virginia prescription bottle from downtown New Martinsville, or one of these small towns right in that area. ROWSES, and I'll get this completely white, and this bottle will look, the inside stained up, but all that's going to come off. I'll clean that next, the original caps on it. That's a pretty nice local piece, and all of them were thrown away. Very few of these exist. Pretty much anywhere this age, almost all of them were thrown away, and this stuff's gone. This one was sheltered back under some stuff, probably was laying like this or something that just, and I find thousands of these and hardly ever they're like this. So that's how I do it. Later. Alright, I'm doing mail call videos, and I really am sorry that it takes me so long to do these. I can only do it like once a month and stuff. I've probably had this package for a month, and man, look at this old drawer this guy sent me. You can hang these on the wall and put all the little things I find in the dump in them, like them dolls will fit in here. But anyway, this is from Scott Knock, and it says, I am a huge fan of your channel on YouTube. I had a very extensive back reconstruction the first week of February, and I watched way too many of your movies. I decided to be like my kids and surf YouTube. For many years I wanted to get into and research Indian artifacts, and now I had the time. I found your channel and a few others that were interesting, but kept coming back to yours. I think you are extremely educated in your field and very passionate about it. I think you're a super down-to-earth person and a humanitarian. I love what you do and how you do it. I am from Pittsburgh, but I found a friend from West Virginia 30 years ago who turned me on to what was this great state of West Virginia had to offer in the way of hunting and fishing. In the past 30 years, I would drive 4 hours to get to the best trout fishing in the state. I would go as much as possible and not in my own state. I know I've walked over many points laying in the water and on rock bars, but never thought to look. I like rocks, so I'd pick up interesting pieces and bring them home and put them on my desk, not really knowing what they were until now. I am beginning to look at some and wondering if they are tools, etc. I have found some artifacts in Illinois that at the time I did not know what they were, but they did not belong where I found them, and now I know from watching your videos that they are artifacts. I did send you an email to get your opinion. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. At dark, be on the river, be on a dump, come home, eat lunch, go back out every day. 30+ plus days in a row. I got a day off today because it rained, and now I got my dog at the dog palace getting trimmed, and I want to go to the dump. It stopped raining, or go look for arrowheads, but I cannot. So what I got to do, I just got to stay hungry. And I haven't checked my email, man, for 6 months. I don't have time. I don't even have time to do this, but I'm doing it. I really appreciate this, man. But I read all of this. I'm not gonna read all of it. I will reply to you. I know, like you, it says, I know you like silver, so here's a piece from my collection. You send me a little, man, dude. This is awesome, Scott. I really don't even know what to say. This thing's great. I have one of these out of an upstairs, but it doesn't have deep holes in it. It's just, they're only like this wide, and you can't set much in them. I just got it hanging on the wall with nothing in it. This is awesome. I like stuff like this. But man, thanks, and I'll try to, I know your email and stuff's on here. I'll see if I can't, I'll try to get into my email tonight. I've got, man, look at my leaves are down. Look at all these leaves. I got to blow all this. I can't let these lay on my deck. It'll rot the deck. I've got to get the blower out. I'm probably going to be out here after dark with a headlamp on doing yard work. I got to rake all them leaves. I'm probably just going to run the mower over them. But I will do another one now. I will go through the rest of your letter and see if your email's in there and stuff, man, and I'll get a hold of you. I appreciate this. Thank you, man. All right, I got this stuff. Squirrel Man already. I left these. This is a funny story. This guy, I'll read the letter, but this Fox Country Smokehouse, this guy sent stuff. His friend owns this in New Hampshire, and right there's all the information. This stuff was, I ate a couple of these nuts, but I left it. I gave Squirrel Man a few of them. They're country smoked cashews with sea salt, and they're delicious. And I left these in on the counter in Squirrel Man's room, and he flipped the thing up and ate them all in one setting. He ate them all in like 5 minutes, man. The whole pack of these cashews. And then he went in his box and slept for like a day. But anyway, it says, just wanted to let you know that your videos are being watched up in New Hampshire. I drive a garbage truck for a living, and I listen to your videos while working. Helps to pass the time, man. But I wanted to say that your videos have given me a huge interest in artifact hunting, so I've been doing it on my own area in my free time. I haven't found anything yet, but I'm trying. I've done a ton of studying on the history of Indian times and try to make the hunts easier. I grabbed some snacks for you from a buddy of mine's smokehouse. I also dumped the dumpster there. So then, when you're artifact hunting for some good energy, and I also threw a smoked pig ear in there for your little dog. And I'll go in and show you the pig ear when the dog's been chewing on the pig, and she's just little. Just hold on, I'll go get it. She's just wee little, and the pig ear's bigger than her head, and she's been chewing on it every day. Just hold on, lay down. You're gonna have to go in while I do mail call, because you run off. Tell them you run off. You run off. I still got a thing. Andy Sparks, your stuff's sitting right in there. I haven't even opened it. I saw that 10. I haven't even got to open it yet, man. I've been that busy. I'm gonna do that one next, Andy Sparks. So I'm getting to you, buddy. This guy, man, this is cool. And I just opened this up, and he sent 2 books. I have not read either of these. Lithic Debitage and Ahia's First People, and he sent a letter. Man, I really appreciate this, and I glanced at your letter. I got this package today. I just got it today, man. And this guy's from Leesburg, Virginia, and man, I have family in Leesburg, Virginia. Most of them are deceased. Bob and Kathy Grimes, and their son's still alive. My cousin Greg Grimes, if you know them, man, hit me back. But it says, Rocks, thanks for the hours of video enjoyment. There are a couple of books that I thought you might enjoy. I made the bottle holder for your drinks on the walks. I patterned the point from one of your finds. No doubt, man. That's what I thought when I saw that. I said, hey, I showed this to my dad. I just was down there, and my mom and dad, and I said, that looks like an Amos point. Man, I personally think they were used for sharpening antler bellets and priming them in a flint knapping process. There's other theories on fire starting and stuff, but they definitely were not used for cracking nuts. It's, you know, it's kind of one of them things that I think nobody's really for sure, but if you look long enough and you kind of understand about napping and you get into the billets and stuff, it's right on. A lot of the holes fit right on, like an elk antler, deer antler, right into where they were napping with them. And I think that's absolutely what they were. If I had to bet money on it, that would be it. But I don't have time to read these books this month, but I knew my dad's gonna read them first, and then I'll read them right around the end of this month coming up. I'll read this is great information here. I've heard of this book and I've never had it, never read it. So man, much appreciated. And I will get you a nutting stand.